Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to our channel. This is the third episode that I'm doing tonight. I did not have any plans, and this is not to add to fragrance work. This is something I want to share with you as from life, different thing. Okay, I do an morning thoughts. The time is around 4:30. Half an hour from now, I'm supposed to go for morning walk because that's the only time you can go out. There's fresh breeze and a little bit possible to walk. So I need to get some steps every day. And because I was not well for a very long time, my fitness, my endurance, everything, I mean, is gone. The body is like open to a lot of unwellness. So I don't want to be sick anymore. I want to be better. So I'm trying to eat, sleep, and exercise accordingly so I can get energy back. Hopefully, you're doing good. So today's episode, I don't want to make a super long video, maybe around 10 minutes or less. I want to talk about why I talked about this similar thing yesterday or day before about men's health. I said nobody cares for men, and many of you understood, could relate to the video because it is from real life and the struggle is real for men. It can get pretty intense out there. And the thing is, there is no happy times or happy days for men. In on most part, men are always, and why I talk about men, yeah, there are a lot of talk on women. It's not like I hate women or anything, but I actually think men do not get that much appreciation, that much care, concern. That's why I talk about men. Okay, and it's like a thing that someone should talk about our lives too, right? We matter too. If you see the stand-up comedy, I don't remember his name, but he is a pretty popular comedian. He said, if there's a fire in the house, the cats and dogs, the children and women, everybody gets rescued. And how about me? I also want to live. What's his name? I know him. He's one of the funniest guys out there. So it's not funny the way they put it, but pretty much, I talk about men's rights. I talk about fairness and what happens to us, because we also have feelings, and it's kind of like ridiculous to say that, like, of course we are human beings, we all have feelings, but sometimes we treat it like we are bound to be rich all the time, successful, we have to earn, we have to be established, all those things. If you're not valued. This is what is the issue. If a man doesn't have money, and I keep saying it sounds cheap, but this is the reality of the world. The world is cheap. Okay, if you don't have worth, if you don't have a job, if you don't have identity, in the society, nobody seems to care for you, even your own family. I did say that. So today I want to talk very specific on one thing, that is what happens when you do no work. And I give you example from one of my friends who I don't have any relation with anymore, like no friendship anymore, but I learned a lot of things by watching him. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So why you cannot afford to stay jobless, I talked about day before yesterday. Today I'll say what happens when you stay unemployed and don't work. So you see, when you don't work, what happens is you spend a lot of time on your bed, okay, sleeping, because you're most part depressed. If you don't have enough money, you just want to, get in to the bed day in day out and just want to, like spend the day and just want to, like, one more day. You just like have your sandwich and just go to bed. So what happens is your body sort of gets used to that I'm not active no more. And it's not about being a man, even for women the same thing. So you start seeing few things. You start seeing that you are late in reaction. Okay, your brain doesn't seem to function or respond so well. Let's say there's an emergency or there's a call that you're supposed to make. You'll be like, where am I? What day is this? What month is this? It happens to many of us when we're stuck in that place for a long time. Then you start getting uh, like this problem that you start forgetting stuff. If you at home, high likely will have munching, like on fast food, chips, like crisps, in England. And then, you start drinking heavily, perhaps you'll start drinking a lot of sugary drinks. So this thing will kick, like trigger your diabetes sometimes heart related issues. You'll gain weight. Many times it happens. So what will happen is you start losing memory, and then you cannot remember, like, hey, what day did I buy my car, or what was the date that I paid my last bill, stuff like that. So these are side effects. There are many others. The worst thing, I think, if you don't have job, what will happen to you? Your brain will get idle and you start thinking a lot, seeing social media. You spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time in social media too, but I work online, so I stay online. This is my nature of work. So I also work, and I do also spend time on social media because I don't have to work outside home. I can work from home. I have set up my premise for 10 years so I can work from home. I don't have to work for anybody. I hate working for people. I cannot emphasize how much it's my life, my decision. But when you work for people, on most part, this kind of world, nowadays people will like cannot tolerate you. Nobody's your friend at workplace. Trust me, everybody hates you. Simple. If someone likes you, that's because maybe you are, you know, one of those pleasant people, never speak up or anything. You are a workhorse for people. People like you. But on most part, people want to make you work like a donkey. They want to make you work even the weekends. Over time, they will try to suck that life out of you. So, and you work for almost like a very bad pay. And then the year end raise, appraisal, no, never motivational unless you're really, really good at your job. Not everybody is really good at their job. So, going back, what happens in the idle brain? You start judging other people, okay, and you start getting triggered by other people, what they're doing in their personal life. I was talking about that friend of mine, not going to take his name, but I don't keep in touch with him because not a very pleasant person. uh, the thing is, I like people when they have self-respect and they have mutual respect. They respect your boundary. They never ever misbehave or misuse the love and kindness you give to them. Like they don't ask you and then talk about your personal life, what you do, how much you earn. These things I'm not comfortable sharing with other people because these are my personal thing. But some people don't seem to understand that. They'll go like, so when you're getting married, who's your girlfriend, where are you going, and what's your plan, how much money do you have in your bank? These are questions I absolutely hate. Okay, and that person did this to me, so I cut him off. So you do not should not practice this sort of you know rights that you think you may have when people are being nice to you. So this person, he was a, perhaps a good student or something. Their family was from good. Just give you an example. Their family is like rich and they have some political background. So they have good properties, but they have quite a few siblings, so quite a few brothers. So once his father passed away, what happened was, I'm telling you a story so you can relate. It's not to judge or say anything bad about them, but once the father passed away, they had started fighting among siblings for property, this and that money. This thing happens because there's people need money. In Bangladesh, life is difficult. But he lost his job or he left his job once, like from a bank or something. He said, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. He was doing a good job. He had a family. He had one kid. And then what happened was after he left his job, he went for a higher degree overseas. And what happened after that, he could not manage a job for a long time. So he was unemployed. He was not doing any work. And he was very frustrated, having fights with his family, this and that. So what I saw is that he started, I don't know if everybody does it, but he started judging other people so much like, hey, that guy got married again. He left his wife, he left his kid. What kind of person he is? Other one, he goes like, hey, he's just showing off, like he's just buying. And I understand one thing at one point, if he's doing that to his friends and he coming and telling me, he must be doing this to me, going to other friends and talking about me. And this is how you get your information leaked. When he shared something personal, he was very close to me. And then I realized one thing: I should not be around this guy because he's toxic and his life is very frustrated. He's getting into fights everywhere with police, general public, shop owners, normal people on the road. He's yelling. His mood is not good because when you don't have work, you don't have money, you are frustrated. You cannot afford good things, and all the time negative thoughts will get into you. This is reality. So the dangerous side of being unemployed is that idle brain for men. It's a nature for men to, like, back in the days they used to go hunting, right? Like cavemen, they used to go hunting, get food, and the food provide for the family, and then so that they can provide security for their protection and stuff for their family and children. This thing you can provide, and once you can provide, your wife will start complaining, your family will put pressure on you. Why can't you get up and get a job? Why can't you contribute to the family? Once you hear this over and over again, and then you're having fights, you will start losing like your confidence, and you'll feel like you're worthless. Everybody's a enemy. Everybody's not an enemy. If you are dependent on others, okay, if you always ask for money or favors from other people, people get tired of you. This is the truth. It's not about kindness. I personally do not ever recommend that you ask for help from people. A lot of our actors, like our celebrities, in their old age, they don't have enough savings. They had drinking issue. They overspend. They lived a reckless life, and when they become old, they don't have any properties left. So they have to go to the government to ask for funds, like give us some medical funds so I can treat myself. I personally am not a big fan. I hope, God forbids, that I fall that bad and then I have to ask for a fund or beg from people. I don't want to do it. If I have to go, I want to go with pride. Okay, and I want to have enough to take care of myself, because this is what it's all about. People respect people when they are respectable. Okay, it's not to say that I am saying that don't help people, don't have sympathy for people. Maybe you have frictional unemployment. It's true, but if it's your own fault that you're like, I have issue with this job, I have issue with that. If you studied, if your area of specialization is one place, you have to find out if you want to do work in that way or you want to earn different ways. You can do a lot of things at home. You can do freelancing, you can learn to do trades, small business at home, cooking, food. But if you're lazy and if you don't want to do any work, you're just like sitting there hoping people will come to you and offer you a job or something. I was there in one point. I was doing fragrance work and I was hoping some of our shops or business will offer me a job, like, hey, Joy, you are a big influencer in Bangladesh. Here is a job for you, see our marketing, and we'll pay you like a decent amount of salary. Never happened. And I used to get pretty upset about it, that why I'm not getting any offers. Then I realized that's not how world works. Okay, so the faster you wake up and you understand, especially if you have family and children, you have no looking back. This is the reality. You cannot expect your wife to work for you and then earn. Maybe, yeah, she will help, but this is what happens when you're idle, unemployed, jobless for a very long time. It will kill you day by day inside. You will have all sort of depression, all sort of heartache, and you'll never ever look good. You'll look old. So if you're a man, take note, find a way. I work very hard. Many people think like my life is easy and I spend a lot on perfumes. My life is good. Man, it was not like this 10 years back. Okay. It was different. I did not have any more business. Like Malaysia business was gone and my restaurant was gone. My car was gone, everything. I could not go anywhere decent for a very long time. Then I started doing this work, opened a page. I understood like which way I can make some money to do this work. It eventually took 1 decade almost, but I am working from home like the way I want to work. I control my life. So you have to find a way, like overnight you'll not get success, overnight you'll not get respectable or recognized, and definitely one day you cannot become popular if that's your goal. You have to work very hard, you have to keep your faith, and you really have to believe in yourself. There's no alternative to hard work. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully the words will get into some people and then motivate you. Men, you have to be like a lion. Like, I don't want to talk like alpha male, but a lot of scars. People will hit you from the back, backstab you, talk behind you. You can prove them wrong if you are successful. Your success will hit them back harder than anything else. People may hate you inside, but they won't be able to dare say bad things in front of you. Make sure you go to that position and then you stand tall. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye bye.